Thank you, sir. Thank you, Dr. Makenga. First of all, I want to start with commending your efforts so far in seeing or making sure that this demonstration is broadcasted in your platform. I mean, it is about your interest in journalism and your sense of justice that motivates you, because on the other hand, you are not a Biafran. Nevertheless, you have devoted your time to, promulgate or to disseminate the pain and the plight of the Biafran, even without you taking any fee from them for what you have been doing and what you are yet to do so far. Very important, I would like to talk about your the criticism that you have received so far from so-called Biafrans. I want to go straight away to emphasize the fact that we have to be aware, not just you, but every other person that found himself a Biafra should be aware that not exactly Biafrans are behind this treacherous act of calling your name and criticizing you unjustly, calling you all sorts of things and saying that you are involved in the arrest of Nnamdi Kanu, unjust arrest of Nnamdi Kanu. Dr. Makenga, you have to understand, and I want the whole world to understand that the government of Buhari has, depreciated from anything you can call a government that is interested in his people. The Buhari government is out there to humiliate every human being that is calling for justice. And Nnamdi Kanu happens to be one of them. Nnamdi Kanu happens to be one of the outspoken person, one person among millions, 200 millions of people that is vocal about the injustice going on in Biafra. Nnamdi Kanu has not just been against the so-called Mieti Allah, the terrorist group Mieti Allah, that has been killing and maiming women and raping women and killing children and doing all sorts of things in Nigeria. Nnamdi Kanu has also been speaking against all sorts of injustice that has been going on also in the northern part of Nigeria. So on this note, I want to say that what is going on currently in Nigeria is actually a destruction of race, a destruction of a folk, because what the Fulani are doing is that they essentially they want to Fulanize the whole nation. They want to make sure that everybody becomes a Muslim or a Fulani, because to be a Muslim is nothing wrong, but to become a Fulani under the mantle of religion is what is wrong. And that is exactly what Nnamdi Kanu was fighting against. Nnamdi Kanu was not talking about secessionism. He was talking about creating the possibility for people to vote. That is what he asked for. He was asking for first of all, for referendum. And referendum is an essential part of everything that is called democracy. So I don't understand why somebody who asks for referendum should be called any sort of thing as a violent person. Nnamdi Kanu has not come out any day and say that he hates one part of the ethnic. He never did that. What he did was that he asked for referendum for anybody who wants to remain in Nigeria can remain in Nigeria. And if you don't want to remain in Nigeria, then you have another state to call your home. For this reason, he has been unjustly taken away from Kenya as he said and brought to the Nigerian government, where he has been under all sorts of inhuman treatment. So the issue now is that we want the world, the civilized world, to know that what is happening in Nigeria is evil. It's absolutely evil. What is happening in Nigeria does not give Nigeria the respect to be called a sovereign nation anymore, because hence you take someone from a country without proper procedure and kidnap him, bring him to another country, what essentially the Nigerian government did, then you are violating the sovereign rights of that same country, violating your own very sovereign rights and any other thing. So on this note, Nigeria actually lacks the grounds to probe or to prosecute Nnamdi Kanu. Well, what they are doing currently is completely out of law. It's never happened in any same world. So we are here to inform the civilized world that the Igbo ethnicity and the Biafran ethnicity at large is under threat, and that they should come to our help. They should come to make sure that peace and sanity is restored in that country, and that justice reigns against the Fulani cabal that has been hiding under the name of Nigeria to Fulanize the whole nation. We have to understand that Nigeria, as it is today, the existence of the Fulani in Nigeria is something that started in the 17th century when the young Usman Dan Fodio and his grandfather migrated to the northern part of Nigeria. From that time onwards, the life of the Hausas has never been the same. The Hausas were essentially humiliated and conquered through the help of jihad, through the use of jihad, and today they essentially has no place in the northern part of Nigeria. And the same history is going to repeat itself if nothing happens. That means that the whole people that are Christians in Biafra land today are going to become Muslim forcefully, not by their own will, but forcefully it's going to happen. So we are this is also an aspect of issue our demonstration is trying to treat. We want the world to understand that the freedom to be who you want to be is an existential right. And what is going to happen to all the people living in that geographical area called Biafra is that they are going to be transformed. They are going to be forced to become a Muslim, to become a Fulani, to be subjugated essentially become the slave to the Fulani cabal who do not understand that freedom to live is an existential right. So this is exactly what we are trying to achieve today. Back to you, Masinga.
Thank you very much, Robinson from Düsseldorf in Germany. Thank you very much for giving us exactly the aim of your demonstration and your petitioning today. And the world must hear, and it has heard. We have put a platform the world to hear. And we continue to say we shall use civil means and civil apparatus to campaign for the release of an innocent person who was agitating for a referendum for his people. For the last 6 years, I personally have stood by the people of Biafra. I will not change my mind. I will not change any iota. I will not love Buhari for a single night, minute, second. We don't work. My blood DNA does not work with Buhari. I have never and I would never. We are waiting for Buhari to come to London for medical checkup because he has no other hospital. Maybe he will go to Saudi Arabia. But we shall wait for him and we shall get Demostrate and seal that hospital, wherever he is. So I am not a person who is going to give up. We have done our best. We have given you the platform. We have been doing it for 6 years, and we are not going to be intimidated. We know Buhari has bought people, but what I want to call upon you people of Biafra is, one, you must know that in Kenya, as much as you want to howl insults to Kenya, Kenya also has your people here, very many of them, who have run around, who have been given refugee status in Kenya. And they are living here and they are doing business here. So you should tone down the rhetoric. Let's find the truth. Let's investigate quietly without throwing so many bad words that can also affect the number of refugees. Kenya government could decide and say, we want them to go away. Where will they go? In the hands of Nnamdi style, or in the hands of Buhari, who can do a lot. So please, I am appealing to my brothers and sisters, get these messages clearly without insulting people. I am not myself a Kenyan. I'm a Ugandan and I'm doing business in Kenya. So if you now want to me close it down, you will not have any other outlet in the world.
No.
So you better know that what you are doing to me is a very big disservice. I just gave out my television station, and this is my livelihood. So this is exactly what I went through, and I will die standing together with you. So let me hear from Mr. Noble in a few seconds, then we'll allow you to go to the embassy.
Okay.
Yes, we are still here. We shall pick you up as you hand over this petition.
Yes.
Mr. Noble Nzendibe.
So before you go, may I just add a word to the statement you made concerning the Biafrans that are currently, talking about the Kenyan or the Kenyan action in Nnamdi Kanu's repatriation to Nigeria. So you have to understand that we all are human beings, and we are currently, as Biafrans, we have been hurt so much. Anyone that puts Nnamdi Kanu in the circumstance he is today has affected the life of almost 99% of Biafrans. And as a matter of fact, what I'm trying to say in this context is that you will still find people who will not understand what exactly happened, and they will want to push, their grievances to somewhere. It is psychologically normal human reaction when something happens to you, that you try to find a place to let out your grievance, whether it's correct or not. And apart from that, you still have people who want to act in the same way you have just promulgated, that we should take things with precaution. People should not say things, that cause, misunderstanding. So I want to say that it is very unfortunate that Nnamdi Kanu, his repatriation to Nigeria happened in Kenya, because Kenya and Biafrans actually historically have a very good relationship. There is a story going on recently talking about the relationship between Nnamdi Azikiwe, the father of democracy in Nigeria, and Uhuru Kenyatta, the direct father of the grandfather of the current president of Kenya. So the story made it clear that during the time which the Uhuru Kenyatta was doing his activities, that he was also arrested by the Britain, and Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe did all he could in order to see that he was not, hanged or jailed by the British government then. So even in Enugu, where I come from, Enugu, there is a market called Kanyeta Market. I never knew the meaning of that market until this incident took place. Can you believe that in Enugu, eastern part of Nigeria, there is a place called Kanyeta Market. That means a market named in the respect to Uhuru Kenyatta, to show the relationship, how strong the relationship is. There is also a Kenyatta Street. So all these things, I don't know if you have Nnamdi Azikiwe Street or market, if they have it in Kenya, but I do know that this market is named after the grandfather of the president, of the current president. So I think that Biafrans, a good relationship between Biafran and Kenyans. But we also have to understand that people are currently, they are hot. And so it's natural that they react that way. And yes, thank you very much, sir. I also want to commend you once again for the effort you have been making. Like I've said, you are not from Kenya. You almost have the same type of faith within Nnamdi Kanu. You are staying in Kenya is because you are in exile, as I've read. So we appreciate everything you are doing, and we will do our best to make sure that the cordial relationship, the good relationship between you and the Biafran continues. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Robinson Ambrose from Dusseldorf. We wait when you go inside the embassy, or when you go near the embassy, then we interview you again. Meanwhile, right, let's bring Noble Zendibe. Noble, where are you speaking from? Unmute.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Masenga. First, we want to say a very big thanks to you. We want to say that we are much more grateful and very pleased to always have your courage and your support. And you are supposed to understand that we love you, and that's why we always roll with you. We are people that when we are supporting people or when we are dying for something, we really give our blood for that. You are also a part of us. And in relation to what is going on in Germany is a full demonstration of our solidarity to our leader, who is not alone because he is our leader. He is one of those people that is living the legacies of Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Mandela. These are the sacrifices that those people gave, and this is the same sacrifice that he is doing today on our behalf. And you are also fighting in the same line. You are also giving the same sacrifice. All these things are meant to protect a future for our children. All these things are meant to protect the lost pride of Africa. For those that believe that politics is a game that is meant to be played as a draft, that doesn't understand that their policies affect generations, their policies can destroy generations. So we are sending a very clear message to the High Commission of British High Commission and Kenya High Commission all over the world. Yes, we know why we are doing like that, because there is a treaty that is being established and those treaties have been violated. So Nigeria do not have any right of legal jurisdiction to prosecute Nnamdi Kanu. We're not talking about prosecution any further. What we're talking about is how did you brought him to Nigeria? You have to answer those questions. And if you don't answer those questions, you don't have any case with him. And self-determination is the right of the people, the legitimate right which is enshrined under the United Nations Act, constitutional privilege. If you check from their constitution of 1945, you will see it there. It is referred as the 30 human rights laws. So if you go to from 1 to 30, it shows you that everybody have the right to demonstrate, have the right to agitate, to separate from one stranglehold. So when you are in a stranglehold, when you are on a hostage, like Nigerians are in hostage now, they are seeing it. Everybody is seeing it. Everybody is airing their bitterness through agitating, and the government is not recognizing that this is their cause that prompted all this agitation. That this agitation should not be neglected. These are the policies that the policies they are making now, the policies that when we look at the things that are happening, you see that it's affecting the job, it's affecting the Western investments, it's affecting the economy generally. You cannot boast for 60 years you don't have any light. How can people come to invest in your country, your nation? You don't have road leading to our land, Biafran land. There is no way that you can say that you are professionally accepted as a government or an institution. Nigeria is a disgrace. It's no more a government. It's a company. It's a British company. And that is why they have turned to international rogue states, that they can jump from one country to another country, kidnapping people and adapting people everywhere without giving proper account, without following the due procedure of the immigration procedure, which under the Commonwealth, if you want to take someone from a country, you inform the High Commission, you inform also the authority there. If it's what you are claiming, the person has to go to court in that country, go through a due process, and the court will give the verdict, yes, you can take the person or not, even it's not the police station. There must be an order that should come from the prosecutor, and that prosecutor will say, okay, this person, we have found evidence, we have proved it beyond every reasonable doubt. As a result of this, we are handing you over to your country. And it is not even done when you are a political prisoner or when you are. Rendition is also a different issue. Rendition is a state crime. That is what Nigeria did in collaboration with Kenyan government. We have to let people know this. You cannot hide it. Nnamdi can have doctor report from Kenya. He entered through the immigration, properly through the immigration, and was in Kenya. And you know, how did he leave Kenyan border and Kenyan immigration? These are the questions we have to ask. These are the questions we keep asking. And these are the questions that Nigerian government have failed to answer, Kenyan government have failed to answer. And these things are not opinion. These are judicial violations. So if we are airing out all these things that are in accordance with the law, I don't want you to take it personal. It's not something that got to do with you. We are not pointing fingers at you. What we are doing is that we are talking about the jurisdictions, the face and principles of every constitutional right for somebody to do deportation or rendition or any kind of extradition. These things are things that we are pointing our hands on and raising a concern that should be answered. The conspiracy by the British High Commission, also with the French authority, all these things we know. We are not babies, but this Julian Assange, you know that Julian Assange have been in this same process, and they did not come and extradite him or forcefully kidnap him or do anything, because they know that these are state crimes. So that is the reason why you look at many people, this guy from Russia, a lot of them, and Nnamdi Kanu have not called for any war. He has not killed nobody. He has only called for the proper judicial proceedings that will address the issue of referendum to make sure that every voice is being heard. In Nigeria, we have 216 million people with diverse ethnic groups, with the three major ethnic groups, which I don't also call it three majors. Everybody is, there's no minority with my ideology, there is no majority. All human beings are equal before God. So what I'm saying in essence is this: all voice must be heard through a referendum. No political leader in any region that should determine the fate of that particular region, because you have only one vote. That is what we are saying. Like Edwin Clark came the other day talking all sorts of things that he said. Edwin Clark have been there for many decades. Even his neighborhood is all rotten with spillage, oil spillage. He has not done nothing. He has not provided light for them. He has not provided electricity, job for them. He has not provided food, agriculture for them, mechanized agricultural system for them. He has not provided any kind of education. He has not provided hospitals. He has not provided education within the surroundings of Ejo or Niger Delta, as they call it. But he came out, he said, what we are fighting is not this, it's not that, but what we are fighting. Zeke fought for independence from the Britain, right? Many people fought for independence to be free from slavery. Okay. And this same slavery have swallowed us to the point that infrastructure have been deprived, isolated us completely, that government influence is no more in our land. And these are the things we are raising concern over. We are not going into politics. We are not going into election. Everybody should head to the court on the 26th and let us give full solidarity and support for our leader, because our voice must be heard and our leader must be free. Thank you so much, Dr. Masinga. May Chukwokika bless you and give you long life and prosperity.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, our brother. Thank you very much. Douglas Krimi, can you give a vote of thanks on our behalf?
Thank you, Doctor, and also thank you for affording the people of indigenous peoples of Biafra an opportunity to be able to air their own issues, and also, Doctor, giving them an opportunity for over 6 years now to continue agitating for their freedom from the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And also thank you to Abros and also my friend, my brother, Noble, for giving a candid conversation, starting a very candid conversation, and also a very candid, some sort of lecture on the state of Biafra and their feeling about their leader who was abducted by the federal government of Nigeria. And my brothers and sisters from Biafra, we at Punchline Africa Television, we have always stood with you. Our leader and our boss, Dr. David Matsanga, has always spoken about the issue of Biafra. There is no man outside Biafra land who has given his resources, has given his networks, his television, and everything that he has, like Dr. David Matsanga, to stand with the indigenous peoples of Biafra, and anything sort of a thanksgiving to the man who has given his life and everything. He has even risked his life to stand for you. He has risked his life even with his foreign friends and everyone that is concerned to stand for the indigenous people of Biafra is Dr. David Matsanga. So we pray for him, and also we thank you for always being patient with us as we even speak about Biafra and everything concerning the indigenous people of Biafra. Thank you, Dr. David Matsanga, for giving them a platform, and also for the people of Biafra, led by Abros and others, for speaking out, and also those people support us on social media. Keep supporting Punchline Africa Television, and also supporting Dr. David Matsanga as he fights for you, as he joins Nnamdi Kanu, your leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, as he fights and also takes Biafra forward. We thank you, and also we shall continue supporting you. We shall continue supporting you until the despots release Nnamdi Kanu, and also gives you, the people of indigenous of Biafra, an opportunity to exercise their own freedom and live their lives. Thank you, Dr. David Matsanga.
And
Dr. David?
Mr. the Biafra child, do you want to make any comment across from Dusseldorf?
Of course, I want to do a comment across Dusseldorf. Dr. Matanga, can you hear me sound and clear?
Yes, we hear you now. Go ahead, the platform is open.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Matanga. I want to use this opportunity to commend you and your encouragement towards the restoration of Biafra. Dr. Matanga, I want to let you know that you are one in a million. I want you to also understand that those people that are commenting on your page, on your message section, believe me, these people, they are not Biafrans. I have to tell you that, and you have to understand. But today we are here in Dusseldorf today, agitating and protesting against the adoption of the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu. I want to tell the world that what is happening today in Nigeria is against humanity. And every one of us have to understand that what is happening today is more than IPOB and more than Nnamdi Kanu. We are talking about human rights. Nigeria are abusing the human rights. Today, they are telling us that is what is going on in the media of Nigeria. Every newspaper, they are talking about extradition. Dr. Matanga, I want you to understand, and we all know those people that has ability to reason. We know what is extradition is. Before they are talking about the extradition, Nigeria are telling us they work in combined with international community and what they call it, secret agents, like I don't know what they call it, that they work together to extradite Nnamdi Kanu to that contraption called Amiable Zoo. And Dr. Matanga, you know that every extradition, there must be a due process. Go and kidnap somebody and begin to lie to your citizens that you work with Interpol, you work with the international community, you work with criminal something. I don't know what they are saying, because Nigeria know how to lie. We are telling the world that Nigeria is a terrorism. Nigeria is the headquarters of terrorists. And today, we are telling them they should give us the proof so that we will understand, because they cannot just come to us and begin to lie to us. They should show us the paperwork, because Dr. Matanga, we know, even though if police come to your house to arrest you, first and foremost, what you will ask the police is, where is the court warrant? Do you have a court warrant to arrest me? They should tell us and show us the document that where they were seated in the court and court decision by extradited Nnamdi Kanu to that contraption. If it's not adoption, if it's not kidnap, they should come out and prove it to us. And we are not going to stop on this quest of self-determination. And the Nnamdi Kanu must be free, whether they like it or not. We are moving forward now to British Embassy to let them know, if should in case they haven't heard it, we are going there, moving down there to tell them that one of their citizens have been adopted by Kenyans and sent to Nigeria. That is against human rights. Now we are talking about human rights. We are not talking about if it's Nnamdi Kanu. We are not talking about if it's Biafra. We are talking about the human rights. Nigeria is violating the human rights right now, and the world should know about it. And I want to make it to you clear, Dr. Matanga. This thing that happened to Nnamdi Kanu have been happening in Nigeria before, during the time of regime of Buhari, when he went to London and packaged somebody and brought him back. You see the life of Nigeria. That is to show you that Nigerian people are terrorists. Nigeria have been acting this thing from the day one. And we want to let them know, and we also want the world to understand that. You see this thing that they are doing today. It's not only about Biafran people. You know, Dr. Matanga, we are in the season of pandemic. And believe me, pandemic is about to end now, because where I'm living today in Germany, people are moving around now without mask. And I'm asking, what of those people that will begin to go as a vacation? Those British people that will go vacation in Kenya, those people that would go vacation from America to Nigeria, what is going to happen to them? Have they forgotten? Because now we are talking about black people. They don't care. Every life matters. Every life on this earth matters. And they must free Nnamdi Kanu. And most important thing is that they have to come to tell the world, how did they brought Nnamdi Kanu to zoo called Nigeria? Nigeria is a zoo. I don't lie about it. And I want to also let you know, Dr. Matanga, that you should forget about those people that are writing to you. They are agents of Buhari. Buhari sent them. They are using the names of Biafran people to come to your page and begin to write nonsense. I call it nonsense, because we know your stand and your faith in Biafra. You love freedom. You are a freedom fighter. You love freedom to come. You love freedom of everybody. That is why I believe in you. And if you want to ask me some question, I am here to answer you as I see moving to the British Embassy, because we are working right now to British Embassy. Thank you, Dr. Matanga.
Thank you very much, my brother, for restating that position. Thank you very much. We don't have many questions. We shall come back to you as soon as you reach the embassy. But we want to thank you very much for all the job you have done. The message is all over the whole world. Millions are watching. There must be a struggle, and the struggle continues. We are not going to keep quiet, fold our hands. We have got to do it with decorum, and we shall continue to do it with decorum until we win and have our person released. Thank you very much. Continue with that spirit. So thank you very much, Tawish. There it is. Back to you in the studio in Kajiado, somewhere in Kenya, in Kajiado. How is there sunshine in the place where you are?
Absolutely, Dr. Ari, there's enough sunshine for that matter. And of course, also a cool breeze, understanding that this is way far from Kenya's capital in Nairobi. Of course, you understand the kind of congestion. The air may not be as aerated as it is here in Kajiado. I'm enjoying my stay here, but again, of course, it's been a wonderful submission and program we have had today on Passion Africa TV Diaspora Dispatches, listening through to the contribution from our in-house panelists, and of course from our brothers and sisters all the way from Nigeria, that is in Biafra, as well as in Germany. Those who are petitioning and of course taking their petition to the British High Commission in as far as the arrest and detention, illegal detention of Nnamdi Kanu is concerned, Dr. Masanga. I think maybe at this particular time, just to thank the audience and more so those who have been part and parcel of the program, making their contribution, and the panelists in here, Javan Karanja, Douglas Bundi Kiremi, Sean Wasonga, Dr. Joseph Nyanchama, and of course yourself, Dr. David Masanga, who is the convener of this program. Yes.
Dawish, before you end, I would like to bring in the one item, the politics of vaccination.
Sure.
The vaccine worldwide. You heard this morning the government of Zimbabwe telling America to stop politicizing vaccination. It is now not rumored, but America donated to the opposition party of Zimbabwe MDC, Johnson & Johnson doses, about 200,000 of them. Is this something that is going to create more confusion in the world? Have we started politicizing vaccination according to political parties? President Mnangagwa this morning, this is one of the topics that touches Diaspora Dispatches, was complaining that there is headlines there. The MDC party just received doses from American embassy. And you remember my article, which I wrote yesterday, Tawish. I told you that planes have been hovering, C-33, 130, have been hovering around the skies of the Great Lakes region. Now you can vindicate me. I am vindicated because I told you they were dropping some things that were not real. Either they are creating a war, or they intend to create a war, or they intend to supply arms, which they have just got from Afghanistan. You know, they cannot take those arms back. Neither can they leave to the Afghanistan government, which is collapsing. So we have a problem here, gentlemen, as Africans. We must stand up and say what we can say. The moment we keep quiet, we are doomed. And I want to tell you, that is my line of thinking. Up to the time then God takes me away from this planet, I will always speak for Africa.
I'm not very sure if there's anyone really who wants to make a commentary to that effect on the panel. I'm also our in-house panel. I don't know if there's anyone, Douglas Bundi Kiremi or Javan Karanja.
Nobody can make a comment. And,
yes.
Please go ahead, Nobo. Please go ahead.
I want to reiterate again on that issue which Dr. Masenga raised. Is that Zimbabwe, right?
Yes.
Okay, Zimbabwe from origin have been a state which the Western countries have used to play politics, and because it's a place that is very, very resourceful. But what they do is that they fought with the late president who died just not quite long ago. And this vaccination that they are raising now, globally, vaccination is normally not bad thing to vaccinate when people are ill, like polio vaccine. But the main thing here is what are involved in this vaccination. Let me come to COVID, this recent COVID vaccination. I've been against it and I've been spoken about it. I've been doing videos on Facebook about it. What is happening here is that there is a political agenda that have been launched with COVID. We all know that. It is a power tussle, global power tussle. And vaccination normally takes the period of 5 years to 6 years to go a due process so that you check it from one stage to another to check if it has if it can have after effect or it might not have after effect. Does it create some sickness or symptoms that are very, very dangerous to health? Or can it affect children? What are the age parameters that should take this vaccination or not? So what you do is you take it through sequence. You don't inject or vaccinate people globally within 9 months. That is a very, very big disgrace to American government. It's a very big disgrace to British and the global power, German, all of them, European in general. They have disappointed us. This past leadership have disappointed her children, her daughters, her sons globally. I must say this again. You cannot give vaccination, global vaccination, which you say this is for American people, this is for Australian people, this vaccination are for Turkish people, this vaccination are for these people. You differentiate vaccination, vaccines. You differentiate vaccines according to countries. There is an ulterior motive to that effect. And you know, when you don't go through those due process, what it does is it have explosive side effect. And when it happens, they'll tell you, they'll give it one disease or the other. The pharmaceutical industry globally, which are being manipulated by Dr. Fauci of United States, who have occurred on several occasions in the House for questioning. Just of recent, he was also invited by the committee to also reject his views, all the opinion, all the predictions that he made, all of them failed. You talk about Bill Gates, whom the wife divorced from him due to the pressure of the bad name. Bill Gates also, you check their lineage, where they are connected. You check the Rothschild family, you check the big power holders, financial emperors globally. They are the ones championing this. Now they want to make money again for the next generation and generation. Now they bring up this COVID-19. China, World Health Organization, United Nations. You know that United Nations is being run by Britain. Britain established United Nations, for those people who don't know. So you come to the aspect of World Economic Forum, all of them, G8, all of them, they are the ones that are championing all these things. Look at what is happening in Italy, how they hyped the death toll in Italy, which their Congress, their parliament came and said, all these things are lying, let us stop all this game. And this is the same thing they brought. They gave Nigeria, do you know that they passed a law for forceful vaccination in Nigeria, which took secret second reading, secret from the back door. They championed it. They gave the National Assembly chairman, they gave him almost 400 million. They gave senators 10 million. They shared money to push the bill, but we stood against that bill. As we all stand together, Africa must be liberated. Africa must not buy to this vaccination that is meant to eliminate Africans. And we all have to understand that the people that cannot allow you to be free are bringing medicine for you to be alive. How do you think logically that they want you to be alive? The people that are championing war in Africa, any leader, any prominent leader that want to make sure that Africa is being liberated, you see them, they will kill that person. Look at what they did to Gaddafi. Totally liberate that region and create good security, because responsibilities are in our hands to do it. But what they do is that they create opposition. The Western game must stop. This game that they are creating, look at what they are doing now in Nigeria. Somebody died in 2017, Buhari, which they call Buhari, that died since 2017. And for those people that are not lettered, you cannot be naive forever. Wake up your consciousness, your sensitivity to know that these people have an aim to destroy and bring down Africa. Look at what is happening in Mali. military regime. You look at what is happening in South Africa, you think which people are sponsoring all those things. Any opportunity they have, they create opposition. They finance that opposition. If you are very strong enough to resist them, they arm the opposition. Then there is war. All these things, our leaders should wake up and understand that we cannot continue. As I made a reference with what is happening in Nigeria, you see that an impostor become a president for 260 million people. What a shame. What a shame. And I saw to humanity in global eyes. And everybody who is not aware should be aware that in Nigeria, they are also championing this vaccination. This vaccination cannot go through in Africa. We are going to stop every move about vaccinating our children, because you cannot decide that this country should take this vaccination and this country should not take this vaccination, because last time I checked, polio vaccination is one globally, and it's the same vaccination they give to everybody. The time of Ebola, you know how they created eggs also to bring medicine to Africa. You see how they created Ebola also to destroy African population. All these things that they are championing every sickness and pushing it to Africa. You see the COVID, because there is misunity in the mission of this COVID. That is why you see them. They don't say that it came from Africa. They could have said, COVID is in Africa. COVID is in Africa. Look at our immunity. We stay under intensive sun that gives D vitamin for body immunity. We are strong people. We are healthy people. And we should not be allowing ourselves to be misused by all these people who are in position of power, who think that they will all.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
For the rest of their life. That cannot happen. I bring you back to the house, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Nobo. And of course, the Biafra child. We also had Ghana Maina earlier on, and of course, everyone who's made this program a success, including yourself, Dr. Masanga, for of course scheduling this special coverage of that particular petitioning or demonstration happening right in Düsseldorf, that is in Germany, the petition by the Biafran people to the British High Commission. Dr. Masanga, I don't know if you have something to say as we wrap up the program this afternoon. Thanks so much.
Our satellite time is now over. It is gone. And most of you would like to go and engage yourselves in some other activities. We pull you on Saturday. As you know, Saturday we usually don't work, but we didn't want to disappoint our Biafran people in their struggle, in their quest for freedom. We said, let's work on Saturday and give them extra time. We shall continue with this program tomorrow at 2 p.m. on Africa Showdown when our satellite returns. And that is what we all had all the way from wherever I am in the political command center in Africa. Thank you very much, my brother in Düsseldorf. Thank you very much. And my brother Nobo Zibide, thank you very much. And that is the stand, that's the spirit that I have. God bless you. This station, therefore, thank you very much. The broadcasting station, the technical team back in Nairobi, Kenya, thank you very much. And I know I wish you, your daughter, Stephen, a happy birthday. We pulled you out of your birthday celebrations to technically bring us these 2 hours of discussion. Thank you very much, Tawish. With your ceremony, you can continue. That is the way we should struggle for Africa. The station is for Africa, by Africa, with Africa. Ciao. Ciao. Thank you.
Viewers, those listening to this tape or this video, I want to bring to your attention that the politics of proxy wars in Africa is becoming real, and it has become a reality. I want to bring to this the attention of the African states that time and time again we have fallen victims or proxy wars. We fight wars that are not ours. We fall in conflicts that are not supposed to be, don't help Africa, and they don't help our countries at all. The proxy war that is in East and Central and the Horn of Africa has been ignited, supported, equipped by France. It has been very real that the French government, quietly through its company called Total Oil, has been searching for resources around the triangle of East and Central Africa and Great Lakes region and the Horn of Africa. The LAPSET was one of them, which could have been a landmark project for the people of France. They withdrew from it. The Tanga to Mwanza, they made it, they withdrew from it. The search for oil and resources through Total Oil has brought us the dangers of a proxy war in the region. It is therefore very prudent for people of the region to understand the dynamics that we are going through. For example, in Rwanda and the Burundi conflict, there is a proxy war. We are fighting a proxy country. It has brought us to a war between the two countries, between Uganda and Rwanda and Burundi. There is a proxy war in Congo who is sponsoring a resurgence of rebels that are fighting President Tshisekedi because he was not supported by countries that we know very well. This type of strategy has happened in North Africa, where Libya has been reduced to rebels, where each faction, even the government supported by United Nations, is being bombarded by a rebel called Khalifa Haftar, who is funded by countries that we know. The question of Somalia and the Kenyan maritime presents a challenge, a test case for Africa and East Africa to stand firm and denounce the actions of countries that bring proxy wars and proxy politics in our region. It is therefore my humble submission that for this conflict, for this to end, we must do enough publicity, advocacy around the area to tell and explain to the international community why this problem is going to create an imbalance in the peace in the region, and the regional peace will be affected. It is therefore my humble submission that as a Ugandan whose troops, brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers of other many millions Ugandans who are in Somalia, condemn any action by the Somali government to try to resolve issues that should have been resolved amicably as Africans within the African confines. I submit therefore that some of us will go a mile further to do now, from now onwards, to expose, to show the challenges of these countries that make us fight a proxy war in Africa. Thank you very much for listening. God bless.